What's up, everybody? Joe from Joe's Golden Garage coming to you today. I've had a couple of people ask for an update on the 2005 Toyota Highlander, so I thought I'd grab one for you. Doing pretty good. It's been reliable. We had it professionally detailed with wax and ceramic coating. It came a long way. It did a lot for it, but it's still not perfect. It has a new front bumper and new front headlights, so they look really good. How that came about was my dad and stepmom's best friends had been over for an evening of dinner and drinks, and when they were leaving, they backed into the front of the Highlander, and it took out one of the headlights. It messed up the bumper, and it crinkled the fender a little bit. And so their friend, he's a body guy into cars and stuff, restores old cars. He took it to his guy and had it fixed. And it looks terrific, man. It helped the front so much. Nice new Toyota headlights, a freshly painted front bumper. He was able to pull out the fender. And then it got a good wax ceramic coating. This 05 looks good. I mean, this thing looks really good for its age. I mean, look at these seats. This armrest has gotten a little wonky, though. It's let go of its... But yeah, I mean, the interior of this thing, the dash and the wood grain, it does stay in the garage. Moonroof. Rear seat, I think my stepmom's got some junk back here, so you probably can't see much but junk. It does have the third row, which is actually pretty comfortable in this thing. I've sat back there for a few short road trips, and it's not bad. Rear bumper still looks like complete hell, though. My gosh. It has been bumped into and backed into so many dadgum times, especially down here on this end. That's awful. But, V6 from Cherokee County Toyota. I bought this at auction for them... Man, I guess it's getting close to about 10 years ago. Just right after we got our dealer's license. I mean, just right after. And it's been a great car. Just a few small repairs over the years. Let's do a start up here and roll down the window. See if you can hear what we got here. This is the 3-liter V6. Oh yeah, running good. Just turned over 194,000. It does have a maintenance light on, so it is, oh yeah, it's a little bit over the oil change by about 500 miles. So it does need an oil change, but look at all this. All this wood and everything still in great shape. I mean, the only person that ever really drives this thing's my stepmom. And she's retired now. She worked at Home Depot for 15 years, but she just recently retired. She's 60, I don't know, 67, 68. Let's take it for a little ride. Let's see how she drives. It's been a while. Haven't driven this bad boy in a long time. She actually wanted me to listen out for a funny little noise that she said she had been hearing. So we are keeping our ears open for that. Man, these things are so good. And they still bring good money at the auction. Like an 05 like this, with this kind of mileage, if the interior is in... the thing is finding one with an interior as nice as this one in the 20-year-old range. I mean, it's hard to find one 10 years old with an interior as good as this one. People usually just get the families in here and they just trash them, man. But like this one with the clean interior and as good as it runs and everything drops, I bet this thing would sell for $5,000 to $6,000 at auction, wholesale auction. Today, still $5,000 to $6,000, and it'd be worth it. This thing runs great, shifts great. It's always had the services done on time. This car has a great Carfax. I think it had 130,000 on it when we got it for them. And like I said, it's just turned over 194. The timing belt had been done just right before we bought it from the auction. It was done at like 120 or 125, somewhere in that range. So let's see, we got 194. You know, it'll need to be done again sooner than later, but we still got some time. Engine doesn't leak anything. Transmission shifts perfect. I mean, it's just a bulletproof rig, man. You just can't freaking beat these things. I've thought a couple of times about getting one for my wife to drive, but the only reason I haven't is just because I think they're just so blah. You know, the outside, you know, they're not much to look at. And my wife likes a little style, so that's why I'm always, you know, getting her some type of Volvo SUV or some type of... Lord, she's had it all, including the Beater Azera. That was not a style phase for her. She hated that. That was a year long, but yeah, that was an unusual situation. I won't do that to her again. But she loves her XC90, her 13. She calls it Betty. My dad and stepmom have threatened to get a newer Highlander. And when I say newer, I'm talking like a 2010, 11, or 12. You know, the newer bodies, newer generation, with the bigger 3.5 V6 and a timing chain. I think that's kind of what my dad's looking for. With good service records, a good Carfax. He doesn't really care about the miles because, Lord, those have 200,000 and 300,000 miles on them now. But they're just so expensive still. I mean, them damn things with clean condition, good interior, you know, 150 to 200,000. I mean, they're still bringing close to 10 grand. So, you know, every now and then I'll find a real high mileage, say like 10 or 11 or an 09 or something like that. And they'll bring around 5 or 6, but they usually have a lot of miles, like 300K or something. So I'm trying to just keep my eyes open for something in, you know, something under 200K, you know, 150 to 175 on the miles, and just a good Carfax, you know. Now this little car cruises great. I mean, I'm just barely touching the pedal, man, and we're just cruising at 70 like it ain't a thing. This car just had new brakes and rotors put on it. They charged my dad about $800 and something for it. He got really pissed off about that. He was not pleased. He thought that was a ripoff, but it did get done. shift smooth. I mean, dang, this thing is hard to beat. Hard to beat. The problem I kind of have with it is I have to really stretch my arm to reach the steering wheel. And I have to push the seat back so I can have enough leg room. So if I ever wanted to drive one of these long term, I would have to find one with telescoping steering wheel, and this particular one does not have a telescopic steering wheel. It's just up and down. So I having to reach so far for the steering wheel just makes for an uncomfortable drive, but it's a pretty comfortable rig overall. It's got a great ride. The seats feel good. These damn seats feel like no one's ever sat on them. That's how firm they are. They're not lumpy or butt sprung or nothing like that. They feel firm and like have stood the test of time. Ooh, the sun. All right, guys, I'll wrap this up since we're in the sun now, but somebody had asked for an update on this one. This is it. She's doing good. No real issues other than a set of brakes recently. And my dad had a little issue with the traction control light coming on in VSA. They had to go in and replace some sensor or something like that. But other than that, it's been great. Cold AC, never had any work done to it. Decent sounding JBL radio. The speakers aren't blown. It sounds really good. And shoot, this has just been a perfect car for my stepmom. And for what she does, Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. I think I might be able to get an upload of the beater Lexus. I think it's been a couple of months. Let's check it out. Let's see how it's doing. We'll see you next time. Peace.